Fellas, I figured I'll take this opportunity and share with you types of tires. Primarily, there's three types of tires. So there's three, and living in the Pacific Northwest, there's three groups of people. So here's a prime example of the two. This is a very common, this is probably 75% of your guys being here. And then the rest are either hybrids, MTs, and highway HTs, right? Your average guy that buys a truck, being four-wheel drive, being in our area, you got winter, spring, summer, fall. So primarily the extreme isn't summer, it's winter. You got snow, ice. Fall, you got a lot of muddy roads, and you know, you get where I'm going with this. Very good looking tire, very functional tire. So what kills hybrids for me is the fact that they just can't grip in the winter. When you got black ice, when you got slick as ice, snow, anything with really slick surface, those tires are going to do it. And you can clearly see whoever installed these tires are trying to aid with heavy siping. Now, that heavy siping is going to help them with life as far as life goes, but also helps them significantly in the winter when things are slippery. You're going to say, well, gee, Paul, he's going to be just fine. Yeah, maybe. He's still not going to compete with these tires in the winter because these grooves and sipes are from factory and they are intended to be used on snow and ice, right? This is a 3-peak snow rated tire, severe snow, versus these are hybrids. I know they have two different intentions when they were built, but the question still gets asked all the time. So here you go. If you do not drive in the snow and ice, not the powdery snow, but like the slick as snot snow, ice, black ice, if you don't drive in those conditions, phenomenal tire for you. If you drive in really slick conditions, this is what you should probably be looking at, a solid AT or maybe an HT. Let me show you my wash rig. Oh, those tires are pretty much done, but they have enough tread on them for you guys to see what all I'm talking about. So the tighter the tread and the heavier siped it is, obviously it's going to help you with fuel mileage. Yeah, that tire is done. Oh, better mileage and better grip on snow and ice. So that's the point of this video. What are you looking for? Where are you driving? You know, for the hybrid and MTs, it's pretty much the same thing. If you need an MT, you could probably get away with a hybrid if you spend more time on the highway. So if you're the guy that goes off-road, deep mud, a lot of rocks, you probably should go with your hybrid because this is where this tire is going to fall short, in my opinion. If you go through a lot of rocks, you're going to start tearing up these notches. There's a lot of hybrids, believe me. I favor the hybrids in the look department, but I definitely appreciate my severe snow rated tires because once you drive through that, that blizzard down in Wyoming or even Montana I did last winter with my AT4Ws, you really appreciate a good tire and that slick snot stuff. But then you look cool with these tires. So, not all ATs are created equal. I know you're going to say, Paul, they went for the, not HT. They went for the hybrid look on these. Yeah, I believe so. And I've heard these AT4Ws are not as great in the snow and ice. But I could tell you, and I could bet you money, this tire is going to do significantly better than this tire will on the slippery, frozen roads. That's the biggest loss with an HT and an MT as well. You got your fuel mileage that you're losing and you got sound. So you just got to weigh it out. So let's recap. A guy that does nothing but highway, no reason not to go with an HT tire. Compact tread, heavy siping. For average Joe, probably 75% of you look into ATs. And if you happen to be where there's heavy winters, frozen temperatures, and just a lot of snow and ice. Snow's not your biggest thing. It's the ice. It's the slick surface where this lug isn't confining to. I mean, you could tell they're trying, right? They siped it heavily. He's going to do better life, but it's just not going to grip the road as a factory snow rated tire. So, what have we learned today? 75% of you guys running in a full-size truck, go for the AT category. If you want to look cool and you're doing like heavy sand and rocks, and you need that MT, take a good look at the hybrids. They look cool. And if you don't deal with winter, 75% of you guys are going to look for an AT. I know, they say these do just fine. But believe me, once you start doing, 45, 50 on the interstate, you start to get sketched out. You definitely get sketched out when your tires aren't gripping. Now, don't go all crazy like Paul here. I had to rescue a guy who nearly killed himself in Montana by freezing himself. I do not know for the life of me why this guy shut down the truck in -23. I don't know what he was smoking. I don't know what he was thinking. He decided to shut off the truck for several hours in -23. And you best bet I was hightailing it through Montana at a high rate of speed that the sheriff saw me, said, buddy, you're on your own. You want to haul tail? Go have at it. And it was life and death situation, guys. That guy was not thinking, and he would die in my truck because he shut it off out in the boonies, and it blew my mind. This guy owns a Duramax. Oh my God, I was furious. AT4W in winter in Montana. I was damned impressed how that tire did on that really slick ice. So when the 4 came out, you best believe I got the 4. I favor the Toyos, I favor the Nittos in the look department, but when it's life and I don't care how pretty it looks. If it ain't working, it ain't working. That's why I find these videos are very important to guys. Some of them are new to the trucks, and it's just not the same. It's just not the same out there. Anyways, fellas, may the Lord bless you. May you all mighty fine day. And if this is curious, I could dive deep into these tires. I did very quick overview of these tires and what department you should be in. 75% of you here, and then the rest of the 25 are split between HTs and MTs. HTs being heavily packed together lugs, and the MT guys that are more on the highway. Look up your hybrids, and you could probably do just fine with them. As always, may the Lord bless you, and may you all mighty fine day. Ciao, bye.